this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Tuesday, June the 12th, 2018. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Amelia Marquez. In tonight's news, we'll bring you a video from the Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival. And the Southern Wheels in Motion Car Club show is coming up this Saturday, and the Tullahoma American Legion Post has a new commander. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
5 dealerships, 7 car brands, 1 big clearance sale.
Russell Barnett must make room for incoming summer shipments.
Save hundreds,
even thousands.
From original list on all new and over 800 pre-owned vehicles. Every vehicle is marked down for immediate clearance.
No reasonable offer refused.
All credit applications will be accepted for immediate delivery.
Don't miss the big spring clearance sales event going on right now at the Russell Barnett dealerships, both Tullahoma and Winchester. And my question is, why buy anywhere else?
The day the Lord created hope could be the same day He created spring.
Springtime's here. It's a good time to get our air conditioners checked out before those hot summer days get here. We've been here for a little over 35 years. It's been our pleasure to serve our community. We'd like to thank you for Tullahoma's finest, and from all of us to all of you.
Thank you!
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
Welcome back. Sunday night, the Grand Ole Opry broadcast its live radio show from the Bonnaroo away from its Nashville home for only the third time in its 92-year history. Producer Philip Scoggins brings us this performance of the Del McCoury Band performing This Old Train from his new album during the show.
92 years and 6 months after it came on the air, live from Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival, Manchester, Tennessee. We welcome people listening all over the world to the first ever Grand Ole Opry at Bonnaroo. I'm Bill Cody. Would you please join me in welcoming Grand Ole Opry star Del McCoury and all of his band.
Here at the Grand Ole Opry Bonnaroo, Grand Ole Opry Bonnaroo. Good to see you all out here tonight, and we're going to do a little tune, but I want to introduce everybody right quick. Over yonder on that fiddle, that's Jason Carter, and the guy playing the guitar on the end, that's my grandson and Ronnie McCoury's son, Evan McCoury. And on the banjo, taking my son Rob's place tonight, he had a funeral he had to go to, and so this guy is a guitar picker, a mandolin player, a bass player, a dobro player. He plays anything he picks up, anything he looks at. Little hand for Cody Kilby. Back here on the big bass fiddle, he plays the bass fiddle and is a great singer, but we ain't gonna let him sing tonight. Because when he sings, the show's over. How about a little hand for Alan Bartram, bass player of the year? Back here on the mandolin, he won the mandolin player 8 years in a row, and I'm going to get him to help me sing this song here. And this is a song we have on our last record that we just had released about 2 weeks ago, and it's one entitled This Old Train. Shack of mine. Yeah, the windows carry on, and the timbers creak and groan. That old girl is well on down the line. Some people say it don't get cold in Memphis, but I've seen that old river freeze up tight. Yeah, she used to melt me down till she caught that southern bound. Crossed that bridge and left me cold as ice. That old train hauled away all the good times, but the pain here to stay. That old train hauled away all the bad times I'm living today. Well, if I could, I'd buy myself a ticket, check out every whistle stop that came along, cover every mile of track, and I'd bring my baby back. Put a happy ending to this song. Check out every whistle stop that came along, cover every mile of track, and I'd bring my baby back. Put a happy ending to this song.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma. I have a few 2017s left that have to go right now. Kia Forte, $14,994. Kia Optima, $19,971. And my question is, why buy your next Kia anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. The annual Southern Wheels in Motion Car Show is coming up this Saturday. I spoke with club members Mike Cunningham and Kenneth Preston about this year's event.
Folks, I'm talking today with Kenneth Preston and Mike Cunningham. If I'm talking to Kenneth Preston and Mike Cunningham, chances are it has something to do about classic cars. Guys, is it that time of the year again?
It's that time of year. It's getting close to the third Saturday in June.
Third Saturday in June has some major significance if you're a classic car fan, and there's a lot of them around.
You're right. It's approaching very fast.
So we're talking about the Southern Wheels in Motion annual cruiser car show. Okay, but that's probably one of the biggest events in this area.
Yeah, it's one of the bigger shows in Middle Tennessee.
How many cars do you guys think will be coming to this show? Just to guess.
Well, we normally get anywhere from 175 to 225 if the weather's cooperating with us. That's normally what we get. On special occasions, we do a little better than that. We're happy, if we can get that many. That helps cover our expenses and helps us give away some money out there to charities that need it.
There have been some times though that I think that you might have missed as far as sprinkling.
Oh yeah. Well, last year we hit almost 400 cars, and that's the Duke boys and ladies were here.
Yeah,
last
all
year.
the Dukes of Hazzard stars were out there last year, which contributed to some extent. And they won't be there this year, but the classic cars will be there, and that's something that brings a lot of joy and excitement to so many people. How many years have you done this?
This makes our 26th thing.
It's really hard to imagine that. I think you told me a little story last year, one of you did, about the first one I think was at the high school, is that correct?
Yeah.
It rained.
It rained, it come a bad storm.
Right.
I mean, really bad.
To kind of draw some parallel between where we started at that point and where we are now, you recall how many cars were in the first show?
We had 58 cars. I think we give away like top 25 trophies. We didn't have classes or anything. We just give away the top 25.
And you guys sort of divide these cars up into classes, I believe. How do you do that?
Well, you're in the car show business. There's all kinds of different cars, Jim. You get everything from the Model Ts all the way up to the brand new Challengers or Mustangs, and those people want to show their cars against cars of their own style. So you wind up with a lot of shows. You'll see 25, 30, all the way up to 50 different classes. And they separate them out like that, and that gives the people, when they look at that, they say, okay, well, I'm not competing against a brand new car, and I've got a 60s classic. And this helps separate them out. It makes them happy, and you give away more trophies.
So, if you have a car or a classic car, say a 57 Chevrolet comes to mind, and you guys are judging that particular car, what are you looking for?
Well, on your 5, 6, and 7s, usually there's a class of their own for the classic Chevys 5, 6, and 7. We have a stock and a modified class. And of course, like on the stock class, you just look for, the original battery type. It'll be a reproduction, original hoses. Just, they put it back like it come from the factory. So if it's modified, you got a lot of fun. It could be a different interior.
So if it's a classic, you probably are looking for a car that came off the assembly line, and it's still pretty much that same car.
Put it back the way it comes.
Right. But either way, there's a class.
Yeah.
Some people like different stuff.
Right.
A lot of your 5, 6, and 7s now are going with those crate Chevrolet motors, the 350s, and they're putting air conditioning on them, and they're making them really nice to where when they go and drive them 200 miles, they're just like driving your everyday vehicle that you have, and that's a modified 55, 57 Chevy. Now, if you want to go old school and do the original, no power steering, no power brakes, no air conditioning, then there's a lot of those out there too. People who like to show those.
Let's give them some specifics about the show. The show's coming out
June 16th. Saturday. Restoration starts at 8 o'clock. You got to have your cars on the show field at 12.
And there's a small fee, I think, to register, right?
$20 to register your car. If you got 2 cars, get the second one in for $15.
Okay. We'll have lots of vendors there, food vendors, swap meet area, those sorts of things out there for the other people who just want to come and look for parts or come out there to eat. I mean, it's a pretty neat deal.
It's a fun day, and if you look at all the cars, you're going to spend a few hours out there. And if I remember correctly, it doesn't cost anything to just look at the cars.
No, that's out at Wagner Park.
Okay, Wagner Park, Saturday the 16th. Registration starts at 8 o'clock, and the show starts again at 10 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock, so you try to be there. Folks, thank you so much. It's always nice to talk to you guys. It's amazing how many times I've done this interview, and yet every year I learn something else new that I didn't know.
We do too.
We'll be right back with more Newsleader on 6.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. It's a Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival is well known for their helping hand, and it gives to many charities both locally and internationally. Hannah Scoggins spoke with several nonprofit organizations at the festival to find out what they are all about.
My name is Hannah Scoggins, and I'm here with Brian from the Mountain Goat Trail. Can you tell me why you're here?
We're here promoting Mountain Goat Trail up on Mount Eagle Mountain, which is a Rails to Trails project looking to eventually connect Cowan, Tennessee with Palmer, Tennessee, which is about 40 miles. And we have 5 miles complete right now. Started construction in the Tracy City section to start connecting Mount Eagle to Tracy City. So we'll go from Swanee to Tracy City hopefully sometime in 2019.
Okay.
And we're also here doing a book drive for our friends in Nashville, Ride for Reading. They are a nonprofit that delivers children's books to Title I schools on bicycles. And so we're going to do a book drive on the mountain when the trail opens to Tracy City, and we're going to take these books with us.
Hi, I'm Hannah Scoggins, and I'm here with Natalie today with Keep Coffee County Beautiful. Tell me, what is Keep Coffee County Beautiful?
Keep Coffee County Beautiful is a place where we're just looking to make the world a better place. We're here doing non-profit recycled art. Like today we're going to be at the Raider Academy teaching kids recycled art. Cool. We're handing out pocket ashtrays with these things right here. It's like don't flick it, stick it. So the people at Bonner aren't throwing their cigarette butts on the ground. They're just putting them in here, and it's like a portable ashtray, so you don't have to throw them on the ground.
Hi, Chris. What are you doing with Shelterbox?
Hi, so we're volunteering for Shelterbox to raise awareness about our international disaster relief efforts, which are made possible by an enormous volunteer network. And so we're looking to secure more volunteers around the world, as well as our Off the Grid campaign, which is co-sponsored by Bonnaroo, which challenges attendees to go off the grid for 24 hours when they get back home from the festival. That means no power, no social media, nothing with an on switch. And we have a life-size pledge board in the tent that they can sign that declares that they're going to go off the grid for 24 hours and gain a better understanding of what a family that's been displaced after a disaster goes through, as well as raising general awareness for the organization.
Okay, cool. So tell me about the tent.
The tent's really cool. Shelterbox sends tented shelter around the world to families that have been displaced by natural disaster or conflict situations. So this is our family relief tent, which stays dry in up to 6 inches of standing water, and it'll stay upright in 70-mile-an-hour winds. In addition to the tent, we provide critical aid items like blankets, bed sheets, solar lights, water filters, mosquito netting, an activity packet for kids. And all of that aid is customized to meet the needs of the beneficiaries for every single disaster. We understand that every disaster is different, every community is different, and therefore their needs and the aid that we need to provide are going to differ depending on the location and the nature of the disaster. But it's important to understand that all of this is funded through private donation, right? We don't accept any government funding, and the bulk of the work is carried out by volunteers. So we have a very lean organization doing an enormous amount of work. Last year we provided aid to 160,000 people, and we're looking to ramp up our work to provide aid to 1 million people a year by the year 2025. And with the frequency and intensity of disasters happening around the world, that's going to be a very necessary service.
Hi, we're with the Tullahoma Arts Center, and what we're doing is we're teaching Bonnaroo how to make these recycled beads into necklaces. They're made from newspaper clippings and magazine clippings and everything. It's more of a recycle project. And then for these are baskets that we taught in the academy that's across the way, and they're made out of newspaper as well, and it's another recycled project. And then our main focus for while we're out here is this community quilt we have. It's being donated to 6 nonprofit organizations around the local area, and they're going to be raffling it off or auctioning it off for money to the organization.
More Newsleader on 6 is coming up in a moment.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's going to be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Cool off at Southern Middle Tennessee's newest water park, Tullahoma's Splash Island. Fun for all ages. 3 25-foot water slides, lazy river, fun water features for toddlers, tasty food items available. All this and more, only $5 from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. or 4 to 9 p.m. Sundays, 1 to 6. Join the fun at Tullahoma's Splash Island.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for one. He's tough enough to feed the man that gave him a lifetime of nourishment. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. That's right, no employee of the month bonus check here. This guy, no. This warrior will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. Good luck finding a gym to train for that. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome back. Benny Garrick retired last week as a commander of the Tullahoma American Legion Post. Garrick, a Vietnam-era veteran and a retired president of Traders Bank, has been active in American Legion Post 43 for 50 years. Benny has served on several board directors for 35 years, including 12 years as post commander. Garrick will continue to serve on the organization's board of directors.
Retired Tennessee National Army Guard Major General Alan Harris succeeds Garrick as post commander. General Harris, a 1972 graduate of Tullahoma High School, served in Saudi Arabia in 1990 during Operation Desert Shield, Desert Storm, and also served 2 tours of duty in Iraq in the support of Operation Iraqi Freedom. Let's watch this video as General Harris is sworn in as post commander by retiring Commander Benny Garrick.
And don't forget to tune in this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include interim Tullahoma Police Chief George Marsh, who will speak to us about summer littering. Woody Bedford will drop by and remind us about Lynchburg's upcoming Frontier Days Festival, and we'll have more Bonnaroo coverage. All that and coming up more on this week's Living Show.
Stay with us. We'll be right back in a moment with your weather forecast.
Have you ever been involved in one of these? And you need one of these? Then look no further than the Russell Barnett Certified Collision Center. With a state-of-the-art facility, aluminum capabilities, lifetime paint guarantee, Russell Barnett Auto Rental, claims assistance from start to finish. We are here to serve you. So stop by and let us show you why we are #1, the Russell Barnett Certified Collision Center.
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do, you know.
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jerry Harris. I've been providing communication services throughout the United States since 1985. But instead of me telling you about the services I provide, I'll let some of my clients speak for me.
This is Philip Barnett of the Russell Barnett Automotive family. We have 5 new car dealerships. Jerry Harris has handled our telephones for many years. Just recently, he came to us with a new program with Host My Calls. They not only saved us money, but the service is out of sight. I highly recommend Jerry and the Host My Calls team for any of your telephone needs.
Host My Calls is by far the best service I have ever placed with any of my clients. It provides cost-saving solutions while providing great communications. Call me today, 931-581-4411. See how Host My Calls can save you.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1977 at 96 degrees. The record low was in 1988 at 47 degrees. Average high on this day is 85 and the average low is 63. A chance of rain in the forecast for tonight with a low of around 72. Mostly sunny weather expected on Wednesday with a high of 89 and a low of 71. Mostly sunny weather continuing in the forecast for Thursday with a high of 91 and a low of 70. And that's our Newsleader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
And from all of us on Newsleader 6 wishes you and your families a beautiful week. Thank you.